Hit the button.
Good body every morning. It is now Wednesday, Hump Days, Season 5, Episode 2011. 211 in progress.
You stop saying 2011, please?
I know, sorry.
I mean, I know it's wishful thinking, and I mean, it's positive thinking, shall I say, but we are not quite there. 211.
Oh, the episode.
Yeah, he keeps saying 2010, 2009.
Oh,
and he took himself
we're
out.
on our way.
So with that in mind, we will repeat our normal hump day twerking camel.
Happy hump day.
Happy hump day. Happy hump day.
Happy hump day
Uh-oh.
to you.
Look at that.
You know how the kids say cha-cha-cha?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking in my brain.
I brought him back in. Don't hide, Brian. It's okay. Get back in there, Dag Bernie. Dag Bernie. Get on in there, boy.
So, everyone, we are obviously today going to recap from yesterday's event that we were a part of, the Ebony Power 100. We'll recap that. We'll also have some announcements. And then I do want to have a discussion. Maybe we could do the discussion first, and Brian will be back on when we do the recap. On this event on Thursday, tomorrow, that's happening with KBLA Radio, Talk Radio, that Tavis Smiley is moderating, and it's being put on by KBLA and James Farr. And so one of the things that I think is very important to know or to talk about is the fact that there was a town hall that was set up by KBLA Talk 1580 that is the Altadena Town Hall meeting, Understanding the Wildfire Recovery Compensation Fund. It is being held at Victory Bible Church tomorrow, Thursday, November 6th, from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. And it is specifically to inform and to do a deep dive for the African American and people of color in Altadena. And the reason being is because they've held several town halls, but as we know, African Americans in Altadena were more disproportionately affected than anyone else. And it seems like even in this compensation fund, they are being affected more because there were a lot of renters, and the renters are basically being hung out to dry. So James Farr, who hosts KBLA, worked with Tavis Smiley, and another moderator is Nee Cortelli Cordy. They're both going to moderate. There are panelists Jackie Robinson Baisley, Dr. William Sims, Brandon Lamar, Martin Gordon, myself, Zaire Calvin, and Dr. Michelle Williams. This event is going to happen tomorrow. Yesterday, I got a call from James Farr saying that SCE has decided to renege and pull out of this event. So that's very disappointing because
so many levels.
It's so many levels because, again, it's like the Black community knows nothing. However, there's a lady that was doing the marketing, I guess, and coordinating with them on this. And James said in our call yesterday that she called him. And this is another slap in the face to our community because she basically told him that they didn't want this to wind up being like a Jerry Springer event or show. What? And she said it, I believe, 2 to 3 times during the call. So when you didn't say this when you were having things at Loma Alta Park or whatever, right, and the majority of the demographic were other people. But when you have it at a Black church and it's primarily geared towards Black people because they've missed out on so much, you say that this may wind up being like a Jerry Springer show. So James said that she did say it. I believe he said 3 times on the call yesterday. Then they found out afterwards that the executives and higher ups at Edison had never been told. They didn't even know about the event. So whoever this lady, director of marketing or whatever she is, she kind of said, oh yeah, we'll come, and kept it in a bubble. But when they asked a couple of days ago, can we get the names of the executives that will be there?
Yeah.
She came back and said, oh, something about, oh, you have these lawyers that are going to be there. We don't want them there. And they said, no, they're not going to be there. Because I guess it's James's lawyers, and they were just giving him some stuff. But when the lawyers noticed, that it would be Edison execs there, they pulled out. They said it would be not a good thing for us to be there. And so even though James and Tavis Smiley had assured them that no attorneys from, whoever supports KBLA were going to be there, they can't, what if I'm an attorney and I happen to show up, right? They can't say, and Victory's not going to say, oh, we need to check and see if you're an attorney. But there weren't going to be
an attorney and your house burnt down and you want to
That's what I'm saying. You have a right to be there. So that's some of the reasoning. Again, James will be able to say it exactly. But when I talked to him yesterday, he was talking about that and just saying that, they basically backed out and reneged. I did do and I know you'll probably do it during the announcements, but James sent me on my way home, I saw a text, and he sent me like a flyer or something regarding that. And then he also sent me a 2.5, almost 3-minute audio recording that I've sent to you. And if you want to play it later during announcements or at some point after I finish talking in a second, we could do that too. That's basically Tavis Smiley talking about Edison reneging. So it's very disappointing that when it comes to our community who's been so disproportionately affected, that they now again are pulling out and won't come and talk to a huge population of Altadena that needs answers and wants to ask them questions. So that's the flyer that James sent last night. So it's KBLA 1580 Conversation Live, Altadena Rising. So it will be on Spectrum News 1, SoCal.
That happened this morning.
Oh, it did. Okay, that's the exclusive interview. Oh, it was at 8 a.m. I'm sorry. Yeah, he sent me that last night, that it was on. And I'm sure you can, check either KBLA 1580 or Spectrum News for that conversation that is regarding Edison reneging. Are you able to pull up and play that recording, Jamal, that people could hear?
Hold on a second.
Okay. And then after we play that, if anybody wants to comment, that's fine. If not, just know that Jamal will do the announcements about tomorrow, or for all the announcements, but the event for tomorrow at Victory is still happening from 4 to 6 p.m. That town hall will continue as planned. And then we'll chat about our recap of last night and show some images, I believe. I think if we try to show video clips, we may have some difficulties. I'm not sure. But
Jamal, you mute your mic. Your camera mic.
Why?
Because it's echoing.
Okay, let me know if you guys can hear this.
All I need is one mic.
With a KBLA Talk 1580 editorial, I'm Tavis Smiley. Southern California Edison confirmed to show up this week for our Altadena Town Hall, but then they reneged on their promise. KBLA Talk 1580 organized a town hall specifically for Black Altadena residents, people whose homes, memories, and futures went up in smoke when SCE's equipment sparked the flames. This wasn't some ambush or gotcha moment. This was a community saying, we need answers. We need to understand how this so-called fast pay program actually works. We need to know if justice will ever reach us. And Edison said no. Let's be crystal clear about what that means. This wasn't a scheduling conflict. This was a choice that tells Black Altadena residents that even after the fire, even after the devastation, even after admitting fault through the settlement program, they still don't matter enough for a couple of hours of Edison's time. You know what takes courage? Facing people you've harmed. Sitting in a room and yes, live on talk radio with folks who lost everything because of your infrastructure failures and explaining how you intend to make it right. That takes backbone. That's what real accountability looks like. When you're the reason people lost everything, you don't get to cancel on survivors waiting for answers. You don't get to send your regrets to KBLA and call it a day. This is about respect, or rather, the complete lack of it. This is the same pattern of neglect that may have led to the fires in the first place, and now they're doubling down on disrespect in the aftermath. The residents of Altadena have endured enough hell, and now they are navigating the nightmare of settlement claims, trying to understand what they are actually entitled to receive. Southern California Edison, you owe Black Altadena more than money. You owe them your presence, your transparency, your time, and you owe KBLA Talk 1580 a public apology, I might add. And until we get it, we're going to keep emailing the top dog at SCE, Mr. Pedro Pizarro. His email is pedro.pizarro@sce.com. Pizarro spelled Pizarro. Pedro.pizarro@sce.com. Or you can call 626-302-2255 and then press the number 1. That's 626-302-2255 and then press the number 1 to speak to a live person and express yourself. With a KBLA Talk 1580 editorial, I'm Tavis Smiley, person, and as always, yourself. We welcome your KBLA Talk 1580
Okay.
Man.
So that was
Upset.
Yeah, so that was what I got from James last night. So the town hall tomorrow is definitely going on. You can email the head at Edison. I'll probably listen to that again and type it in our thing. Pedro Pizzetto, I'll type it out at SCE because they are urging residents to do so.
And I think when you actually send an email or a message, you need to reference what that lady was saying on them phone calls too, about it being Jerry Springer situation. I mean, how rude could that possibly be? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That is, I mean, they didn't think anything like that, like you did indicate when they were in other locations. Why would they assume that it was going to be some sort of mayhem at this particular one?
Yep.
Very rude and disrespectful is what that was.
Exactly. So I'm typing this information in because I decided instead of listening to it again, I will bring it up on I brought my text app up, text transcript. So this is the phone number that people can call. You guys can put that in the main or on the banner. And then I'm going to put Pedro. He's the CEO of Edison. And I will put his email in here because they should be willing to meet. They should be willing to meet
I can't believe
with us, with the Black community.
What
Because what I'm seeing,
here?
and I had to talk to someone the other day, is there's tons and tons and tons of organizations, which are great, right? Because they bring in resources or let people know where resources is or whatever. But I'm definitely seeing a divide because more of and I have air quotes up,
Yeah.
the white organizations or the white-led organizations have things that we don't always get notifications about until they have happened. And more of what we get personally or sent to us or whatever are from a lot of the organizations of people of color. And then we put them on here. Jamal subscribes to different emails and posts, whether it's from the county or whatever, and he scours through to get a lot of the information and then puts it on here. But people like Eaton Fire Network. Brian and I went to something at some tavern about a month ago. I forgot the name of the tavern. And Joy Chin, who is the executive director of that, and she's been on several press conferences suing State Farm and all this. And I guess she was a deputy mayor for LA, city of LA. And several people have told me she's Asian, but have told me she's a racist, right? And I don't know her, so I was like, okay, well, we'll see. So Brian and I went to this event at this tavern in Pasadena about a month ago. And they had all these big tables that were like high boy chairs, and we pushed several of them together so everybody could just sit around the table. So we went to order our food, and then we were waiting on our food to come. And when I got to the table, this lady, Joy Chin, was sitting here. There was an open chair by her. So I decided I'd sit there, and I said hello, because, you know, she's Eaton Fire Survivors Network, and they're throwing this or whatever.
Well, remember, Tony, I was sitting there already, and then she was sitting 2 seats over, and then you came and sat right there.
I don't remember where you were sitting. I know you were talking to people. I saw you talking to people, but I sat deliberately next to her because I knew this was her org or whatever. And, you know, I hadn't met her yet, right? So we were talking to people all about Altadena Talks and how you could follow us and how you can, you know, give us your information so we could put it on here. And I sat next to her and said hello, and she did not say a word. She didn't even say hello back. And then she got up and she went all the way to the other side of the table, almost directly across from me, and sat there and was talking to all the white folks and everybody that was there.
Well, she sat next to Nick, talking about, oh, there's a seat there.
Yeah,
next to
Nick
you,
Garza.
Nick.
Mind you, Nick saw me.
And we watched this whole thing go down. I'm like, dang.
And she didn't speak to Brian either.
Mind you, we're the only 2 black people there.
Initially, we were. Then a lady and another man or whatever came in, but she didn't speak to them either. And it was a trip because, like, you're supposed to represent or want to represent Altadena or whatever you're doing in Altadena. And I don't know how long she's been in Altadena, like, you know, when she bought her house and moved there. But she's not trying to know everybody and represent everybody. Now I do have noticed the one black person that's in all her press conferences standing behind her is Zaire Calvin. I've seen him several times with either his 91001 black t-shirt on, whatever, but he's in almost everything. So I guess she, you know, is cool with him. But other people she generally is not engaging with. And that's a sad thing, because Altadena is, hey Rashad, oh my gosh, thank you. So let me tell you something. And we'll get off of this in a minute, and we will talk about our recap last night. But Rashad Porter is the man. Brian got him in on as our publicist pass last night. And I walked up, and I've only met Rashad in person once, I think. And then he was on the show one day. And I walk up, he has these nice tie, glasses on, sunglasses. It was already dark. You know, or his glasses, I don't know, maybe they're reading glasses, but they changed, you know, to dark, whatever, and a hat on. But I walk up, and I had talked to Brian and then when I was just leaving Pasadena, I left late, and he was like, oh, we're 15 minutes away on the 110. I wound up beating them there. I did the 134, 101 Coldwater Canyon, because I walk up, and Rashad is standing there. He's like, hi, Tony, here's your table number and your wrist. And I'm looking at him. I was like, oh, I said, hi. I said, oh, you know my name? Because I'm thinking he's with the Ebony people or whatever, because I saw he had credentials on, but I wasn't sure. And he was like, yes. I was like, oh, hi. He was like, it's Rashad. I was like, oh, hey. But Rashad took care of us like any publicist would do. He had all of our wristbands. He had checked us in. He got our table numbers, because we had to show what table we were at or have it on us or whatever. Made sure we were taken care of and took amazing photos and videos and everything. So I want to give a shout out to Rashad Porter, because Shadi, as Brian calls you, Shadi, Rashad, you did the dang thing last night, bro. You took care of this Altadena Talks podcast, Altadena Talks Foundation crew like no one else. and never before, which we didn't have ever
I
before. So
second that emotion. I
you took so
definitely
much
second
care of
that
us.
emotion.
And Brian, if you could just tilt your head a little bit. That was who. Thank you, sir. Who all went? Me, I was sitting.
Put that as a focus, Jamal.
There's Brian. Oh yeah, as just that photo, and yeah. So myself, Brian and Cherie, Kira and Jamal, and then the young lady seated. Her name is Taylor Campbell. A lot of people know her from the area, and whoever does not, I took Taylor as my +1 because Taylor is out there. Come on, you can come back, Bree. Is out there and has been out there. If you know what, if you go right in the middle and duck down, right in between me and Taylor, keep going, and now duck down. Not your whole head. Taylor is out there doing the work. She's with Altadena Rising. They have had amazing, meetings at PCC and different places. And so when we got the announcement and the invitation, and I went up to the After the Fire Summit in September, she was there and Ash was there. And I was talking about this. She goes, yeah, we heard. That's so awesome. You guys, congrats. She was like, I said, you know what, Taylor? I said, you guys are out here doing the work also, boots on the ground since day one. I said, I don't know, because we hadn't got the invitations yet that said we could get a +1. We had only made the announcement. I said, but if we do, would you like to go? She was like, oh my God, Miss Tony, yes, I want to go. So as soon as we got it, I did her as my +1 because I really believe that people that are out there doing the work, however they can be recognized or participate in this as well, this is for our entire community, and they're out there doing the work as well. So I'm super happy. She was ecstatic and thrilled. I'm super happy that Taylor came. But that's the crew that went last night to the Ebony Power 100 Awards, which was phenomenal. Phenomenal.
That was awesome.
Dude, you want to go through any more of them? Hold on.
Yeah, you want to do more pictures?
So we can go back. That's
the three of us. Brian, that's smart.
I'm the only one smiling.
Yeah, you were doing
the one frowning, and you guys are smiling.
We weren't frowning. We were just posing, serious face.
Let me reiterate it since I didn't say it right. I'm smiling, and you guys are not. You're just regular. Normally, I'm the regular one, and
so that's Taraji.
Yeah, that was a picture of Taraji. A couple pictures that I took of her. She came in to do her photos because this was like the photo area separate from the red carpet. Sterling K. Brown apparently has a broken left foot, so he came in on crutches. And what they did was had him put a lady took the crutches, I think his wife, and then hide his foot behind the chair. So I tried to get that angle because he's in a boot. Oh, that was just the menu that we had that showed our courses and the wines. And I took some pictures of the food. That is the salad. Oh my goodness. That pear salad with if you go back to the menu, it'll tell what was on it, but we don't have to. I had a pretzel bread little thing, but that salad, everything was really, really good. It was poached pear salad. And then we had the coq au vin for the meal. And if you wanted wild mushroom risotto because you're vegan, they had that option. We had the gluten-free, the chicken, the coq au vin. And then we had a third course, which was, that's the chicken. It had little mashed potatoes underneath, onions, carrots, all that. That was really good as well. And then that was our dessert. That was some kind of plum mousse cake.
Let me go back. Yeah.
And if you look at yuzu plum mousse cake, black sesame chiffon, shortbread base, look, all I could tell y'all, it was bomb. Strawberry fig jam. And the little thing on the top, that little string, it is actually not a little string. It is white chocolate. A little thing of white chocolate. When I tell y'all that food was so good at the Beverly Hilton Hotel. And I just have to say, Ebony, this was the 80th year. This was excellence for real. Absolute excellence and Black excellence at this event last night. You want to go? Anywhere
Let's see
else?
what's next.
Oh, if you
You
no,
want to show
scroll
any
past
of
all those.
these?
There's one picture of us that, yes, yep. That's another picture towards the end. Oh, and that one, see, Brian, I'm smiling, and you guys were more serious. But Leon Bennett was there, and I was like, Leon, and he saw me and Kim and her.
Oh, he took it. That's right.
Yeah, and so he came. And he was like, oh, let me take it of all you guys. So we stood up real quick and he took that, and because he's a Getty Images photographer, and he was working the event last night with 2 or 3 of the big cameras and big lenses. And so he took that picture of the 3 of us, the 3 Musketeers, doing at the event.
Yeah, it was a very, very cool event, you guys. We got to meet quite a few people, got to see quite a few people. Tony, I'm surprised you didn't put the picture up of you and the 3 mayors.
Oh, I'm gonna give it to you right now. Because let me tell y'all something. Growing up in Altadena, anybody that grew up in Altadena knows we don't get awestruck or starstruck because we typically grow up and there are celebrities on all our blocks. You could be in a grocery store in line with a celebrity. You could be at dinner somewhere. You could be whatever. They live on your block. I've had several. So to me, they're people, which they are, and they have a right to, their privacy and all of that. So I don't trip over celebrities. But you all also, from watching this show, know that I am a politics girl. I love, love, love politics. So when they did the announcement and they talked about the 3 mayors would be there, they were specifically speaking of the mayors from Baltimore, the mayor, which is Brandon Scott, Brandon Jackson, which is the mayor from Chicago, that sent the salt trucks out when ICE decided they were going to come do their thing, and the mayor from Birmingham, Alabama. So we wind up taking our pictures. Okay, there's one, Jamal.
Oh, okay.
And as we take our pictures, y'all, I see the 3 mayors. I told my daughter last night, I said, I almost fangirled. Like, so Mayor Brandon Jackson from Chicago is on the left. Mayor Brandon Scott is in the middle. And I forgot the mayor's name from Birmingham. I'll pull it up real quick. But he's the one in the all black. And the young man is Mayor Brandon Scott from Baltimore, his son. And I'm going to show you this other picture. I want you to zoom in on this bow tie because his bow tie is wooden and super dope. It's the city. It's literally the city of Baltimore on his bow tie. And then I accidentally took one with the Birmingham mayor's. Isn't that dope? And it's literally a carved out wooden tie with the city. Because I was like, ooh, he said, go ahead, you can feel it. And I was like, oh my gosh, you guys, I met the 3 mayors.
You can feel it.
Yeah, he was like, well, because I was like, is it wooden? He was like, yeah, go ahead, you can touch it. You can feel it. And I was like, but I was talking to them and almost fangirling because I told them, I said, y'all, I said, right now, I could leave. I am so excited. Like, I'm in 7th heaven. And they said, why? I said, because out of everybody here, I could care less about, Tiana Taylor was there, Tracy Ellis Ross, Shaq was there, all that. Like, okay, whatever. You can run into them anytime in Southern California. And like I said, I don't fangirl over celebrities because they're human beings, right? But these brothers that are doing major stuff, and because I'm so into politics, I almost fangirled. I was so excited. And Taylor was laughing at me. She said, you all right? I said, yeah, because I'm good now. I literally could leave. So I said, can I get a selfie with one of y'all? And Mayor Brandon Jackson was like, yeah, but no, hold on. And he told his security guard, whatever, he was like, here, get this picture. And so you guys, look, I'm so excited. I have a picture with the 3 mayors. I'm still fangirling because I love politics and I follow all of them. And so, and little young man, Mayor Scott's son. So I was super thrilled that I got to meet the 3 mayors, and not only got to meet them, but actually they were all super just dope, down to earth kind. And we're like, yeah, let's take a picture. So I told Mayor Brandon Jackson that I'm standing next to, the Chicago mayor. I said, I love what you're doing and how you're standing up to that fool in the Oval Office. I said, and I love when you deploy the salt trucks. And he just started cracking up laughing. He said, yeah, you like that? I was like, man. So if anybody doesn't know what happened, when ICE was deployed to Chicago, and they use salt trucks when it starts snowing and they salt the roads to clear them, melt the ice and all of that. He deployed 200 salt trucks all throughout the city to block where ICE would be coming in at, and they could not even get to people. So I love that. And I told him, I was like, that was super dope. So super excited about that. That was the highlight of my night for me. And yes, saw Lisa Ray and Shaq and everybody else. It was funny because when we were coming out of taking that picture, Shaq was coming down the hall, and I looked up. You guys, I came up to his elbow. Literally, he looked like he was 10 feet tall, and he got size 23 shoes. I looked at his feet, but when I looked up at him, I literally was at Shaq's elbow. I was like, that's ridiculous. I kept walking.
Yeah, I got to meet him again. I met him a number of years ago, but as he was coming by, Brian's fiance actually, I guess, knows him because of basketball, so she went up and got a picture. And as he was coming by, I was like, "What's up, Big Diesel?" He was like, "How you doing, man? Good to see you." All right.
That's just how he sounds.
Have a good evening.
He was up on stage getting his award, talking about, "I know y'all trying to look at my butt."
Clowning, because he's a clown always.
Talking about he didn't walk up the stairs. He took the ramp because he had tight jeans or tight pants on.
But he lost a gang of weight.
Yeah, let me see if I can find my picture because
I have a couple pictures I could send.
When he was standing next to Rich Paul, it was hilarious. It was like this. It was like a huge difference.
Well, could you imagine if I would have tried to get a picture with him? Y'all, I seriously was standing next to him because he had stopped for a minute.
She's like, hi.
And you saw my face. I was like this. But when I looked, I said, okay, I'm at his elbow, y'all. I told Taylor, she was cracking up. I said, I'm literally, his arm was just down. I was at Shaq's elbow because he looked like he was a 10-foot tall giant. I was like, what in the world? You got your picture, or you want me to find one?
No, you can find it. I don't know where it is.
Okay, here's the one with him and Rich Paul. Let me send this one, just so you have one to bring up. Rich came up to almost his shoulder. So when he was up there speaking, I told Taylor, I said, "You know who that is, right?" She said, "No." I said, "So Rich Paul is married to Adele." She was like, "What?" I said, "Yeah, that's her husband." I said, "And he is LeBron James's agent," and da 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 da. And she was like, "Oh my gosh!" But yeah, and I tried to zoom in, but the more I zoomed in, it got more pixelated.
It gets, yeah,
it got more pixelated. So that's the best pic that I got of them. I do have a video, but I won't put that on right now.
But look at his width. He's like 2 Rich Pauls, like wide.
He's humongous.
That's a big brother.
So you see where Rich is still about 3 inches shy of his elbow? I mean, his shoulder. Mm-hmm. So his elbow is folded, right? But when I was standing next to him in the hallway, I came up to his elbow, y'all. His arm was straight down, but my top of my head was at his elbow. So even where Rich Paul is, if you put me or you put your finger where that elbow is or cursor, that's how I'm only like.
Yeah, Rich Paul's 6 feet. I just looked it up. So yeah, exactly. So you're maybe about here.
A little below, yeah. About where Rich Paul's shoulder is about where I am, because that's almost equivalent to Shaq's elbow.
Yeah, that's funny. That was so cool though.
And I was just like,
and the performers though too. The performers last night were good too.
Especially Lucky Day.
Lucky Day, I'm a fan now. I'm a fan now. I actually went to listen to some of his music. I hadn't, but
yeah, he's dope.
I can definitely do that now.
Here, let me put these in there. And these are just stills. Videos are, minute, 2 minutes, whatever. So I'm not gonna put those in. But those are Lonnie Bunch Jr. because he was honored last night. As you all know, he is the head of the Smithsonian. He is the first African American to head up the Smithsonian Institute in DC. Iman, who got the Cultural Icon of the Year award. And that standing on stage next to her picture, obviously, is Iman. and the young lady that presented, I forget her name. I loved Iman's speech, but my phone was on 4% at the time and I didn't get it. So I think Brian or
I
Rashad.
recorded the whole thing for you.
Thank you. Yeah, because I was like, can you get that? So I appreciate that. Lonnie Bunch. Behind Lonnie Bunch, by the way, the presenter for Lonnie Bunch, y'all, was Ava DuVernay.
Ava DuVernay, yeah.
And I did do a 30-second of her, but I was like, when I say heavy hitters, and I'm not a fangirl on some stuff, but we were amongst company that was amazing, and I thank God for that. Ari Lennox performed. I did get the picture of when they flashed the company Crusaders up, and then our photo on the big screen. I took the video of that.
I can't wait to see our interview that they did.
Yeah, I guess that'll be on the website at some point.
Yeah. And
then I put a picture in there of Iman. Taraji had presented to her. Not Iman, I'm sorry. What's that girl's name? Tiana Taylor. And the one with Tracy Ellis Ross. I thought it was so poignant that girlfriends all presented to her. The other three of the girlfriends crew. But yeah, so it was nice. It was a really, really amazing event that we were blessed to be able to participate in. And yeah. And those are just some of the pictures. Oh, that's Rashad. You did get his number again? Oh, Shaq's? Shadi, you got Shaq's number? Yeah, because you had to go back and talk to him, I remember. Yeah. Going to be there. I knew I had been trying to connect to them since I was cutting his hair back when he played with the Lakers. Oh, wow. So you used to cut Shaq's hair. Y'all fell out of touch and you were able to see him again. Because I remember when you told me I'm going back to talk to him, Rashad, and you got his number again. And then, hey, who knows? You might be Brian's MVP for that. And Brian knows, what was his name? Not Donnell, DeAndre.
Oh, DeAndre.
Oh, Sally Richardson and DeAndre.
Yeah, Sally and DeAndre, they used to, what'd you say you guys used to bowl together? So he introduced
we had
all
this
of them.
entertainment industry league back in the day, and it was everybody was in that bug. So it was a cool league.
And then we had, he didn't show them yet. I asked him to skip past them, but when we all left, we were gifted Tiffany gift bags. And I guess I could do a share. He just got up, huh?
Oh, I didn't even see him leave.
Yeah, he just got up real quick. I'm trying to figure out which one is share because, I'll press buttons and have something totally off. Present. Okay, present. I think I got to do this one. Share screen. Okay. And then I have to do WhatsApp. Okay. Y'all, they got this down pat. I don't. So this was how it wound up or came. They gave us a Tiffany & Co. gift bag. And within the bag, there was an Ebony Power 100 bag. And this 12 p.m. Studios, I just looked up. It's actually a black line of sunglasses. And I think there's a wallet or something, or primarily just sunglasses. But it's 12pmstudios.com if you want to go and look at any of that. Their glasses. And we were gifted this pair. That's the really beautiful case that we got. But we were gifted this pair, which is called Lagos. So that was in our gift bags. Again, that's the case that came in. Inside of our Ebony Power 100 bag were things like some body wash from Dove, some hair stuff from Mael, bunch of, smaller trinket stuff, but super cool. They gave us that wonderful bag. And then you see the Tiffany box that's over here. We were given a actual gift from Tiffany & Co. And in that box, when I opened it, we were given these beautiful stemless flutes. Is a a pair, two of them that we all got. So everybody walked away with a beautiful gift bag because Tiffany & Co. gave like statutes to all of the icon people, right? Like Shaq, Iman, all of them. And the rest of us that were honorees, we all left with these bags. So it was a really, really nice event. And yeah, and we all a little bit tired because I think when we were leaving the table, somebody was like, so who's getting up early? And I was like, me, I got to log in about 7 and do some work. And I did. But yeah, it was nice. This was
I was up early myself.
Yeah. Oh, I know you're always early.
Mm-hmm.
The food was nice. Seeing some folks was nice.
It was a well put together event, very well organized.
It was class act. You're right.
Yeah, that line for the red carpet, we did not walk until actually the very end because it was too long. Which I'm glad we picked to do the portrait first because we probably would have never even got to that point if we would have went to the red carpet.
And I didn't even do the red carpet line with the black background. When it was time to go, I was like, I'm out. Let me go do the valet to get my car now before it gets too crazy crowded. and I did. But you guys did that on the red carpet line afterwards?
Yeah, well, I guess we did. We only took a picture in front of the Ebony part of it. Didn't take a picture of anything else. But I ran into Kev on stage. He is so funny. I watch him all the time. I was like, I was surprised to see you out, Mr. Spectrum, because him and
Tony.
Tony. Yeah, be on there doing clowning on those Spectrum commercials.
So Kev films all that churchy series at Victory. And so his wife, so his aunt, her name is A. Audi. She's a friend of mine. And her daughter was doing this pageant in Hollywood at this little, like a beauty pageant thing, and Audi was running it. And so she called me like one Sunday. I had left church. I was on my way home about 1.5 years ago. And she said, Tony, I need another judge. Can you come at this time? I was like, okay. So I got off the 210. I was almost at Irwindale coming home, turned around and got back on the freeway and went the other way. And his wife and I were judges. Me and her and this one other person did the judging of the beauty pageant. It had like 6 contestants or whatever. And we sat next to each other. So I met her and I told her, Audi introduced me to her and everything because that's Kev's aunt, his mom's sister. And so last night when I walked up, I saw them and she remembered me and we hugged and said hi. I had never met him, but I met him and said hi. And I said, I like your series. And I said, and nice that you do it at Victory. And he looked, I said, yeah, that's my church. He was like, oh yes, if it wasn't for y'all, we would not even have the series or whatever. And I was like, I know Pastor John, they film it there or whatever, but they're friends and everything. And so they looked really, really nice. His wife looked great. And he had on a tux that was a burgundy color jacket or something. And Lucky Day was man, oh man. If y'all don't know who Lucky Day is, he's from New Orleans. But this young man has such an amazing voice, and he's a real performer. He performed last night, but he sang, and his vocals, I followed him. I like him. I have some of his music already, but they ended it with him, and then they gave Linda Rice Johnson a gift or whatever. But Lucky Day did an amazing job.
He really did.
His voice.
He was a true singer.
Yes.
He was live. He didn't have no auto tunes. He was hitting every note. On point. Even his little riffs and whatever. It was amazing.
It was bomb, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He got like a standing ovation after he sang too, because he was on point. Yeah.
So I'm just going. You can keep talking. I'm just going through some of the pictures I had. I'm going backwards. As you could tell, when we zoom in, it gets grainy. We don't have the right cameras for that, but that's Iman. Was trying to get her when she looked up, but oops, what was this young lady's name again? What's that name?
Olandria or something?
Oh yeah.
Olandria.
She's something like that. She's an influencer and a model.
Right.
Yeah. And she, right there, is the new owner and CEO of Ebony.
Yeah.
So at the end, they did this whole thing. They brought her back out. They gave a Tiffany box to her and one to Linda Rice Johnson. And they kind of went over the history of how Linda's parents, her dad started it. He came out of Chicago. I said, that's dope because he started coming out of Chicago and the Chicago mayor is being honored. But how they started it, and this is the 80th year, and how her brother, who Shaq got the award named after him. What was his name again?
Oh, Junior. What was his name?
Not Junior. Was it?
I forgot.
I forget, but I'm gonna look up
Hold
her
on,
name.
I think I'll have it on here. Hold on, I think I got a wide shot. Yeah, Junior Bridgman.
Yes, Junior Brit. Yes. And so they wound up buying Ebony or whatever, and he passed away. But Eden is her name. Eden Bridgman Sklinner is now the
CEO.
the owner, CEO of Ebony, and it was her father, Ulysses or Junior Bridgman, bought Ebony and Jet in December 2020. Remember when they were almost like going down or whatever, and then he has now passed away, and so she is now
just this year too.
Yes,
that was the sad part.
Yeah,
and that was Rich Paul's mentor.
Yep. So the connections were just amazing. So Rich Paul gave Shaq the award for the Junior Bridgman Award because it was his name.
They changed the name to that for him.
Yes, from their family foundation. So it was excellence, and especially Black excellence. Our takeaways. I think your cousin asked, what was each one of us have a takeaway from the event, Marcus? I would like to know, what was each of your greatest takeaways from the event last night? Mine again was Black excellence. Everything was excellent. I knew that we valeted, but I automatically assumed I would need to pay for my, parking when I left. And I remember them saying, take your ticket inside. And so I handed her the thing, expecting her to tell me how much it was. She put the valet sticker on it and said, go right over to this young lady. Gave it to her. She called it. I stood outside maybe 10 minutes at the most for my car. That's Deandra and Tracy, or Sally. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sally Richards.
Mm-hmm.
So my takeaway, Marcus, is just how excellent it was, how well organized it was. Everything was excellent from the time you went in. Look, I was having a dress malfunction. My zipper would zip, but then there was no hook. It kept unzipping. So both of my co-host partners, wives, fiance, are the goats because they zipped me a few more times. And then finally, that one right there, Cherie, went to the front desk and said she needed safety pins and came back with 3. And they pinned underneath my zipper so it would no longer go down, and I was good for the rest of the night. So thank you, Cherie and Kira, right?
Sherry.
Yeah.
Sherry, I'm sorry. I don't know why I said
because it's spelled because
Cherie.
it's spelled like Cherie.
But I've never called her Cherie. I always say Sherry.
But you said it nothing but Cherie on the show right now.
I know. I'm so sorry, Sherry. I don't know why I keep calling you Cherie.
Because it's spelled like Cherie. That's why people.
But I always see her and say, "Hey, Sherry." Anyway,
got Ryan Clark too. That was dope.
Yeah, I had a picture with him. He's amazing with his.
Yeah, that was my takeaway, because not only did I get to talk to one of my favorite Steeler players, but also chopped it up, and I talked to him about us being on the pivot.
Wait, I thought I had a picture of
Who, you and Jamal?
us.
Yeah.
All of us.
Oh.
Altadena Talks.
Oh, but isn't his podcast for men primarily?
It's called the Pivot because
okay, sorry.
So, people come on there to speak about what dramatic change happened in their lives to make them pivot to the next step in their success.
Okay.
So I asked all three of them, how could our podcast be on their show? And he gave me his number and told me to call him so that we could, because they will come to you. You don't have, because they're all over the place. They go to Miami, they go to Chicago, they go to wherever the show is going to take them. So
nice.
That might be something in the future, which will catapult us into another arena of an audience. You know, that too. But yeah, so that was
nice.
I was trying to find the picture of you with him. I sent it to you, right?
Of me?
No, Brian.
Oh, I was gonna say I just put the one with me and him in the WhatsApp.
Oh, let me get that.
And I put another one of all of us that we took out there in front of the thing. In front of that wall.
Here. There we go. That's all of us.
Yeah, that's the one up. Yeah.
And then the one with you, with Ryan, looks blurry on my end.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. But I had a picture of Brian with him too, because that's one of his favorite Steelers.
Oh yeah.
But anyway,
I'll send you this one.
Okay.
If I can.
My takeaway, though, while you're finding that, is just to stop underestimating the impact that you may have if you're doing stuff from the heart and for the right reasons.
That's good.
I spoke to the gentleman who was actually the head of our category. He was right outside. He was kind of with the group when we were when we did the interview, the live interview.
Yeah,
he was kind of with that group. He was kind of with that group, and I was talking to him, and I was letting him know how in awe we kind of were. Just giving everybody who's doing what they've been doing. A lot of them have been doing it for a while. Some of the stuff they're doing, we just started it, a number of months ago and what have you. And we were very, I told him I was very humbled to be there. I figured we were, but he was like, look, we had a lot of people to choose from, right? But we chose people who are doing truly impactful things in this particular category for their community. And it doesn't matter if you've been doing it for a long time or a short period of time. The point is you are providing a positive impact. So shine in your light, embrace it, enjoy it. Not that I didn't believe it before, but being in that element, seeing all those folks, and I guess it was a realization. It's like, hey, this is acknowledgement that what we're doing is a good thing. And it just felt really cool. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was on mute.
Mm-hmm. So you got the picture of Shaq and Sherry?
Yeah, she just sent it to me right now. I put it in.
Cool.
Love it.
This
girl was going to take pictures with her favorites.
Oh my God, she chased down Lisa Ray at the end. She's like, Lisa Ray.
I saw Lisa Ray and I talked to her and I said, hey, I called her Miss Ray because I don't know people personally, just be calling them, right? So I was like, hi, Miss Ray. She was walking past us and she said, hi. And she was like, Mama, you? Yes. I said, and you too, ma'am. Thank you. But yeah, it was beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh, and I'm going to send you this picture of me, Jamal, and Shotty. I think that's the only picture we took together. Okay. So you can slap those three up.
But that just lets you know also how tall Sherry is, because she's pretty tall next to Shaq. She went up to his shoulder. I was just barely.
Oh, he called her by name. He said, hey, Sherry Nelson. I remember I used to come when we had therapy together.
That's too cute. Oh, that's you, Shotty, and I was gonna say you, Shotty and Brian. Nice. Oh yeah, I just put those in there. Those are the ones I took of you guys.
Oh, is that the one?
Jamal. Yeah.
Oh, why am I? Oh, I'm not sharing the right part.
No, it's okay. You could just share all of them.
No, I thought I was sharing WhatsApp, but I was sharing my photos. Hold on.
Oh.
Here we go. There we go. That's Brian with the Pivot Crew, and that's the gentleman that was sitting at our table on the far left.
So his last name was Honoree, and he was an honoree. And he he came up with this genealogy thing to find out that the latest Pope was black, is black.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you go back far enough, you're gonna find everybody is.
Everybody, hello. Yeah, he's black descendant.
Cool, he was funny.
Yeah, he seemed like it. Whoa. Wait.
He has such a pretty smile.
Hold on.
Her teeth are all straight.
There we go.
He said he's Sherry Nielsen.
Yeah, she goes, I didn't know she was that tall. I'm talking about Clarissa Shields.
And that was
who was chasing down Lisa Ray? Clarissa Shields?
No, that was
Sherry.
Oh, okay.
Sherry likes that ratchet TV, so she wants to podcast.
That's too funny. That was our interview. Those are some that why are they coming up blurry on your end?
I don't know. You want to play this one? 7 minutes?
When I post them, they're not.
And did you put it so you could hear the screen?
I don't know. You tell me.
Nope.
We don't have to do the whole 7 minutes, obviously.
That's how long the interview was?
Yeah,
that's how long. And Shotty had my phone recording that, but it's 7:01 that he recorded. I don't think the whole interview was that long, but he did it like when we started walking over there and a little bit afterwards and stuff too. But he took these other ones.
I'll try to advance.
Yeah, I wish I would have known you were recording.
Why did it pause? Oh, okay, there it goes. Hold on, sorry guys. All I did was expand the window and then it stopped playing.
Yes, okay. Oh, you put it back on.
You can go ahead. I don't know why it's not showing.
It's okay.
One more time.
I'm sure I'll post it later. Thank you, Marcus, for saying that. But just to let you all know, in the interview and anytime we spoke to people, we put it right back on our community. And we said, we do this for our community, for the love of our community. We were devastated, with these fires, and we out here doing what we can for the community. So it'd be great, yes, if Brian, you negotiate or get us on the pivot and we can continue to highlight Altadena, because for us three, that's what it's about. Not only us three, I always have to now say at least those 6 in that picture, because Sherry and Kira absolutely help enable and support these men in doing what they are doing.
Oh yeah.
Bill Taylor and Ash and everybody that's out there for real doing the dang thing. This award might have come with the name of Altadena Talks on it, or us being awarded and participating in this, but we are representing Altadena, and everything we do when we talk about Altadena Talks or whatever is for Altadena, for our community. That's where our heart is. And we're going to keep doing it however long God allows us to keep doing it. So we definitely represented our community last night, and that's what we're going to continue to do.
Word up.
You're on mute again, Brian, because you were echoing, so you put yourself on mute. That's okay.
That's what I was reiterating what you were saying at the interview yesterday. It's like without the town, there wouldn't be a need for us. You know, we did it so that they would have a way to communicate through us, regardless of if we're telling them about announcements and events and stuff that are going on, but also anything political that can affect the whole town. We're not, our nonprofit is not a politically based nonprofit, but so many things tie in politics to what we're trying to accomplish here with permits and, all the streamlining of different things. So we just really accepted the award on behalf of the town.
Absolutely.
Yep. Well said.
I mean, unfortunately, the disaster thrust us into this position, right?
Yep.
But fortunately, 3 people came together that had the wherewithal, that come from the same town and come from the same school, that have this camaraderie that people can trust. Because we're not bringing BS to you. I mean, we're bringing a daily life. Every day we talk to you, we talk about things we've gone through, things we've experienced on behalf of the town. Because to be honest, I'm doing this full time. I don't really have, with all my equipment gone and everything, I can't just jump back out the fray and be like, hey man, I can do your photography, I can do your videography. And if it hadn't been for this one camera, being in my car at the time of the fires, I would not be able to do anything. So this past week, I think I've taken about 1,200 pictures. And wouldn't have been able to do that without that. So yeah, and it's all for the community. I mean, when we finish with our podcast, we each go different ways to do different things, but we try to bring what we find back to you so that you will be able to keep yourselves abreast of what's going on. And you need to start showing up to these town halls. A lot of you guys talk and complain, but you're not out there in the fray. You're not volunteering. You're not even registered anywhere to talk about it. And it doesn't matter if you get involved with that. Get involved with something. This is your town. Are you going to come back to the town later and still not know who your neighbors are? That's the question, because we're not that type of town.
Nope. And this has definitely brought more people together so that they can know their neighbors. That people have said, I used to drive by, or they drive by, and you might wave or whatever, but you didn't know them. A lot of people now know their neighbors. And so
it's actually, you know them more because you're not seeing them at different events and you're getting to know them. Like we went to the Altadena.
Altogether.
Yeah, I gotta be trying to remember how to say it. And they didn't know about the podcast, and there was about 50 people at that event. And what made it so bad, the lady that was that gave us the grant from Fire Aid, she was actually a guest there, and they tried to, eat her up, but she came back with the facts, and you can't beat facts. You cannot. So.
Yeah, and I remember when I first met her up at La Malta Park, the very first Saturday in April that we were starting to do the, kind of remediation, but we were planting, we were putting not sod, mulch and all of that down. And afterwards they had food for us to eat, some sandwiches. And thank you, Sherry. And we started talking, and Mika was like, Tony, I want you to meet Lisa. Lisa, this is Tony. And I started talking and told her all about what we're doing, obviously, right, to keep people informed and know about these events and all of this. And she said to me, we might be able to help you out with the grant. And I was like, oh, really? Like who, right? And she was like, Fire Aid. And I was like, oh, okay. That was it.
That was it.
And then next thing I know, we were on here one day and my phone starts ringing and it says Lisa. And I'm like, because I have Fire Aid in parentheses, right, in her last name. And so I put myself on mute and answered the phone. And she was like, hey, Tony, you guys are being given $100,000 grant. You'll get some email paperwork, da-da-da. And I was like, what? But it was literally one conversation that I had with her when I met her and told her about what we as Altadena Talks is doing with this podcast. And she said, I'm going to look it up and I'm going to start following it. And the people from the county do the same thing. And lots of people from the assessor's office that, you know, will tune in every now and then. But so just like Brian talking last night to Ryan Clark, or us talking to different people about it, we may get inquiries, we may get new followers, we may be on a bigger platform, right? That brings attention or keeps focus on Altadena, because we know that we just had the tsunami in Alaska. There was just the hurricane in Jamaica. There's, you know, all kinds of stuff. Right after almost was Camp Mystic, the floods in Texas. And if you do not keep focus and keep talking about, then your town or city will go by the wayside. And when the funders are looking to give money away, because funders are people that are billionaires and trillionaires or whatever, and they have family foundations and they got to give money away to help with their taxes, right? And so they're like, oh, where can I put some money? Well, I got $2 million or $1 billion. Where can I put that? If your town or city goes through something and then it goes by the wayside, when funders are looking to give money, you're going by the wayside. We don't want Altadena to go by the wayside. We want everybody that wants to rebuild and come home to be able to do that. And if that means we got to be on here 5 days a week and talk about the important stuff and bring the important guests on and keep us in the focus and the limelight, then that's what we're going to do.
She's still recovering.
We all are. Yeah, I'm tired. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little bit tired today.
Yeah, I was all starstruck for about 2 seconds with Ryan, and then I immediately went on. So how can we get you guys? How can we get on your podcast? That's all I care about. Let us expand our reach so that people can fund it and we can keep it going. That's our main concern, is to just be able to do this comfortably without having to worry about anything extra. Can't wait for the dinner. That's coming up. Gonna be awesome. It's closed. Y'all can't register no more. Tony got that look on his face. Yeah, I got what I need. Y'all.
I was like, we're going to do a dinner? But never mind. I know what you're talking about. Our luncheon on the 22nd. Yeah.
Well,
no, it's okay.
Normally I eat Thanksgiving like around 2:00 anyway. So dinner, lunch, brunch.
Yeah, no. No, because we talked about something dinner possibly tonight. That's why when you said that, I was like, oh, and I was looking crazy. But yes, the Altadena Talks one that we're doing on November 22nd at Loma Alta Park, it has been closed. I did get confirmation yesterday from Rep. Judy Chu's office that she is going to attend. Catherine Barger apparently has a conflict, so she won't be there. I do need to follow up with Senator Sasha Renee Perez's office today to see if she's going to be able to make it. Because when she was on, I invited her and she said she wanted to. You guys know that group that practices at Loma Alta that my mom is part of? The Soul Sisters?
Urban ballroom thing?
No, the Soul Sisters. Miss Vicky's Soul Sister line dancers.
Were they at the ones that was at Kendra's opening? Or just a few of them?
Oh, there were a couple of them there, but they weren't like in their Soul Sister stuff. So I chatted with Miss Vicky this morning, and they are going to be there and do a dance or two that day as well. We also confirmed when we were at our alumni fair on Sunday that DJ Sabir Lanier will be our person. And then I did get confirmation yesterday that Pastor John is going to come and open us in prayer. But not only that, there's a video that Andra can't come. She'll be on tour. And he has another event almost at the same time, but he's going to come to ours first and open us up. But he's also going to speak to the video that's out there that we're going to play it on a screen. So guys, we got to talk about us getting a screen too, or something, even if our laptop just has to connect.
We're way ahead of you. We're going to have two 55-inch screens, just like how they had
Perfect.
a Tech Talk.
Perfect. Oh yeah, you guys are working on that. That's right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stay out of it.
He said I'm out of it, so we got that under control.
Yep, I did say I'll stay out of it, and you guys do it, and so I'm gonna let you do just that. But there is a song with Jean Baptiste and Andre Day called "Lena, My Love." That song has a lot of people from my choir, or the choir I used to be in, but our choir, Victory, is the choir that's in it in the background with Jean Baptiste and Andra going. And again, Andra goes to our church, so she does a lot for our church and in the community. And they specifically wrote this song for Altadena and did this. They went to different places, lots and stuff. A lot of the people who lost homes in our congregation, they went and filmed on their lots. They filmed some at our church. And it is literally called Lean on My Love. And it's Jean Baptiste featuring Andre Day. So that video will be played and Pastor John will speak to it. I believe he produced it or helped produce it, but he will speak to the video, the people that are in it that go to Victory, why this video came about, because it is dedicated to Altadena and Altadenians. So just a few things about what we'll be doing. We have some other neat stuff that you guys will be able to participate in as well. And right now we're at about 61, 62 families, about 225 people. And just really looking forward to showering love upon Altadena and giving some gift cards and all of that. I'm hounding some people last minute that said they were going to give, like, run me my money so we can get all this stuff done, getting the chefs together and all that. So, but it's going to be a good event, and I look forward to seeing everybody there.
Illinois.
Are we doing announcements now? Is Jamal frozen? Oh, no, he's not.
He's not frozen. He's just doing something.
Yeah, he's doing something.
So my phone, I had to put it on charger, and I was trying to do something on
Oh,
that.
no worries.
I had to go on.
It almost looked like you were
nose.
frozen
I
until
was
I said
sneezing
it.
and doing all kind of crazy things y'all didn't need to hear on the microphone. So,
Got it.
Son of a biscuit.
So I'll go ahead and do the announcements. I'm gonna jump just to what's happening during the week. I'm not gonna do the the one-stop permit center and all that kind of stuff right now. Kind of familiar with that.
Okay.
For today, here we go. What I am going to begin with is the free medical and mental health clinic, which is at the Eaton Health Village. Let me take this banner off real quick just for a moment. And this is located at 1280 East Washington Boulevard in Pasadena. It's available Mondays and Wednesdays from 12 noon to 5 p.m. So you can definitely check that out today if that's something you're interested in. They do take walk-ins, and you can also set up your appointment either by walking in or calling 951-595-7032. And if you go there, you can get medical consultations, medication refills, mental health services and case management, and once a month vision and dental services as well. We also have the LA County Department of Mental Health providing the Eat and Fire free support classes, which are talking about dealing with disaster, how to cope and thrive. These meetings or classes are happening now through November 29th, except Veterans Day and Thanksgiving Day. They're at Loma Alta Park, which is 3330 North Lincoln Avenue in Altadena. They take place on Tuesdays from 5 p.m. to 6:30, as well as Thursdays and Saturdays from 12 p.m. to 1:30. If you'd like additional information, please contact Dr. Michelle Majors at area code 626-430-2930. There's also a food drive starting, it was a couple days ago, for Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. The drop-off location is 2150 Glen Rose Avenue in Altadena. They are accepting canned and packaged foods. If you have questions, you can contact Frontline Relief at area code 747-477-4008. or you can contact LA Strong Foundation at area code 617-312-7068. Then again, the laundrytruckla.com is providing their services today. Well, unfortunately, missed the drop off for today, but it is at the Altadena Adventist Church, 2609 North Lincoln Avenue in Altadena, as well as First AME at 1700 North Raymond Avenue in Pasadena. The drop off was from 9 to 11. As I indicated, we passed that drop off time, but there are 2 more days of this week, Saturday and Sunday, where you can drop them off. We'll give you the locations tomorrow and Friday. Heal Together Support Group is providing free grief and loss support for LA fires. It's happening every Wednesday from 6:30 to 8 p.m. at the Maxwell House. This location is 55 South Grand Avenue in Pasadena. It is virtual and is for anyone impacted by the recent fires. However, they are limiting it to adults only. And again, it's free of charge. If you have questions, you can contact Joanne Diaz-Kogel. You can call 818-395-8066 or send an email to Joanne Kogel, which is JoanneKoegl @gmail.com. Then we have the We Out Here Market, put on by Juicy Little Finds Thrift Store. It's every Wednesday from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Please make sure that you bring your proof of Altadena residency. And this is happening at the world famous Fair Oaks Burger, located at 2560 North Fair Oaks Avenue in Altadena. They have many free things going on: free love and prayers, legal advice, thrift pop-up store, farmers market, hygiene products, groceries, vegan hot meals, and much more. They do ask that you please bring your own bag. And then also, if you would like more information, please reach out to juicylittle.org.
We out here. I said
There's
it
another-
earlier, but my mic was on mute, I guess.
Oh, yeah, it must have been. Now, in addition to the normal stuff going on, for every Wednesday in November, the We Out Here Market is also providing free seasonings and spices. So there's everyday essentials like salt, pepper, and seasoned salt, garlic and onions, salt and pepper, bouillon blends such as chicken, beef, tomato bouillon, taco, gravy packs, and Italian seasoning. There's herbs and greens, heat and kick, and baking and sweet spices. This again is taking place every Wednesday in November at Fair Oaks Burger at the We Out Here Market.
We out here,
I
part
need to
two.
go and get stuff and stock my pantry. Shoot, I use all that. I'm just kidding.
Absolutely.
We out here.
They need some help too. So if you're willing to donate some time, please go on out there and help. Also,
Oh, yeah,
if you want to donate in any other way, maybe donate some goods or money, there's a QR code right there at the bottom you can scan. And then the Altadena Library District is, they have the mental health workshops for older adults. The next one is actually tomorrow, where the topic is holiday blues. The location is Bob Lucas Library, which is 2659 Lincoln Avenue in Altadena. There's the LA Strong Night, supporting those impacted by the LA fires. There are free tickets to the UCLA versus Pepperdine basketball game, which is this Friday, November 7th. It's at 7:30 p.m. at Pauley Pavilion at UCLA. The tiny URL, the link for you to register is tinyurl.com/43ERN34E. That'll actually take you directly to the place where you can get your tickets. And then, as we discussed earlier, there is the Altadena Town Hall meeting put on by KBLA Talk 1580, where the topic is Understanding the Wildfire Recovery Compensation Fund. It's designed to inform residents about Southern California Edison's newly launched Wildfire Recovery Compensation Program and provide clarity on eligibility and the claims process. It's taking place again tomorrow, November 6th, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. at Victory Bible Church, which is located at 1497 North Hill Avenue in Pasadena. It is a free event, but they do ask that you register at kbla1580.com, and it will also be broadcast live. Did you want to add anything else again to this, Tony?
No, we
Okay.
talked about it earlier.
Okay.
The
Then
pop
on
in.
this Saturday, Dina Relief Drive has their main hub located at 425 Sierra Madre Villa Avenue in Pasadena. It's at the Pasadena Church. They have the relief drive every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. And if you're interested in volunteering, please scan the QR code. Dina Rebuild and Restore has adult art therapy, which takes place the November 8th, which is Saturday from 1 to 4 p.m. They're asking that you join them for an afternoon of fun, creativity, and relaxation. The location is 2588 East Colorado Boulevard in Pasadena. This event is dedicated to the Dina residents 18 and older who were affected by the Eaton fire. If you scan the QR code, you can register and get information about it. Yeah, that's the same one. And then also this Saturday, there's a Rebuild Together Using Self-Certification virtual workshop. It's going to be from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and it's put on by LA County Recovers. And it's their new building plan self-certification pilot program, which allows states licensed architects and engineers to certify that their plans comply with building codes, streamlining the plan review process. To register, please scan the QR code, and you can actually then attend that Zoom meeting. And the Brotherhood Crusade is providing a drive-through Thanksgiving grab and go. It's going to take place Saturday, the 8th, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Loma Alta Park, which is 3330 North Lincoln Avenue in Altadena. It's in partnership with the LA Dodgers Foundation, AIDS Healthcare Foundation, Catherine Kirka, Children's Health Fund, and McDonald's owners and operators. Baskets will contain a whole turkey with all the trimmings, vegetables, cornbread dressing, cake mix, frosting, fresh fruit, eggs, milk, and more. For additional information, it's hard to see this one. Where is it? This one, not this one. I'm sorry, I'm trying to find the flyer so I can enlarge it because I can't see this. Let me go back. But you can go to brotherhoodcrusade.org to get more information. And there will be gift cards to the first 500 to come early. So come early. And we also have the Altadena Resource Fair Rebuilding Together. It'll be this Sunday, November 9th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also at Loma Alta Park. This will be in the gymnasium. It's vetted, no pressure contractors, free food and drinks, family-friendly activities, nonprofit booths, invaluable rebuild information, Altadena Collective, Brass Tacks, and Collective OR. It should actually be a pretty good event. This is the last slide for now. And I bring Tony and Brian back into the mix. It's a nice hour and 23-minute show. Nice recap of our event yesterday. I also want to reiterate something that Tony and Brian had indicated before. Thank you all for the support. We wouldn't have been at the event last night had it not been for you all. And we're very appreciative, and we'll continue to put forth our efforts to help our community come back very strong.
Yeah, but we mean that because we only do this for our town and nothing else.
Indubitably.
Good
Well,
night.
With that, let me take this back off and then add this, bring it back. I want to say welcome or have another a great rest of your hump day. Unless you guys want to add something else, you guys want to round out the show?
Those same pictures that we've been showing while we were sitting here, I actually updated the Ebony Power 100 link on our page to reflect some of them, as well as I'll probably continue to add them as we go after we see everything that's come back from everybody. So if you guys got more pictures you want to give me or shoot to WhatsApp, and I can slap them up on the site.
Slap them.
Slap them. Slap them, yap them.
Yeah, I'll
So
send you.
what's today? Wednesday. I think I'm going to go up to see what new construction has come up and see if I can do anything about that. I mean, not about that, but take as much pictures as I can.
Okay.
It looks like
Dang,
my
you did get-
Facebook now is
you
jacked
threw
up.
that up there pretty quickly, man.
Oh yeah, you know, Tony said I can multitask. So I was just proving it right.
So B brought up a lot of pictures. Oh, these are the ones Big Tone took. Okay.
I don't know what happened to my live. It just decided
Very
to take a
nice.
dump.
Very nice.
Decided to take a dump.
All right. Well, everyone have a wonderful day.
Yep.
All right, and if you were watching mine, you better go watch someplace else because mine just said crash and burn, baby, crash.
Yes,
and
that
burn.
it can't connect. Right. Oh, now it's connected back. No, having trouble streaming.
No, yeah, and we're almost done. So I think it stopped right after the last thing. I wasn't paying attention. So,
All right. Well, have a good one. Have a good lunch.
No doubt. Everybody have a fabulous day. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Anything special happening tomorrow, Tone?
Oh, Genesis Builders is coming on.
Okay. So we got another builder coming on. So those who are in that rebuild phase where you're, you always want to get several offers, several bids. Perhaps this builder that'll come on tomorrow might be one of those. So definitely tune in. And if you're not one who's building now, maybe you share the information with folks.
and remember, there's going to be plenty more builders coming on the show. We got 6,600 homes that need to be built, and not 10 builders can build them. So, there's always going to be chances to talk to new people about different ways of doing things. And we're here to just bring it to you. All right.
Yeah. That's right. So we're going to say peace out.
Oh, you know what? Wait a
Or
minute.
not.
I want to tell y'all something. Pull your WhatsApp back up real quick. Did y'all see them pictures? I look like a whole nother person. My mother this morning, when I was talking to her on the phone, she said, "Oh, those were nice AI pictures."
Oh,
I said,
You talking about pull up the website? Or?
nah. She had
those
the
3 pictures
WhatsApp.
of me.
Yeah, I'm bringing them up right now.
Yeah. And I said, "That's not AI, Mom. That's me." My mom thought that those were AI pictures.
I actually have that picture up on the website.
Oh, okay. Then go to the
Just
website
so-
because some of them are blurry. I said, "No, that's makeup." I said, "Judy did that." She was like, "Oh my God, it was so smooth. It was so beautiful." She said, "It looked like my daughter." But let me tell you, when I left Judy's house with her doing my makeup, she texted them to me. I was getting ready to get on the freeway. I literally text her back, all uppercase, "OMG, who is that?"
Right. That's very beautiful.
I was like, wow. But my mom looked at him. She said, "Well, it looks like my daughter." But she thought that they were AI. And I said, that is too funny. We're in the age of AI. And yeah, I'm sure AI could have done some pics that look like that. But no, that was actually the work of Judy Washington, John Muir Mustang as well. Fabulousness at Any Age is her IG handle. So if y'all want to get your faces, they call it Beat, right? By Judy.
Beat faced.
Right. Then let me know. I'll get you in contact with her or you can follow her on IG. Because that's what she did with this plain Jane face right now today. To that one y'all saw that my mother thought was AI. I just thought that was funny because right before the show I was talking to her and she said that and I was like, no, that's not AI. She was like, "Oh, wow." Anyway, y'all have a great rest of your. Is this Wednesday? It is.
It
Okay.
is. It is hump
It's
day.
like it's Friday. No,
One
it
more
is
again.
Wednesday. All right. See y'all later. Have a great day.
Peace, everybody. Deuces.